Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening, Sancheta. I'm seeing actually a new guy, Aparnesh. Aparnesh 123456. I don't know who is this.
Yes, sir. Good
Yes,
evening, sir.
good evening, Omkar. Good evening, Ambradesh. First, is this your first class?
No, sir. I attend classes. Sometimes I attend recorded lectures. Sometimes live classes.
Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah. Okay, great. So what I can see is for that yesterday's Excel quiz that we have done, there were very less replies. Why? Only 16 people have responded to that. So there were total 32 who were attending the session yesterday. But were the questions tough, difficult, something like that? What was the issue? Make sure everyone is taking that. Okay. We'll have more of those in the upcoming days. We'll have more of those kinds of quizzes during the start of our session, and then we'll continue our session later. Okay. So, yeah, fine, great. So, okay. So, any difficulties in downloading Power BI? Those who were not able to download yesterday, I mean, I had told you that by today 7:30, be ready with your Power BI downloads and installed so that you can practice. Anyone having any issues in downloading and installing Power BI? Okay, fine, no issues. So I am assuming that everyone has successfully downloaded. Okay, great. So let me just share my screen. Brief ones. So there is nothing to brief here. So I had given a link. So you just have to go to that link to download Power BI software into your system. Okay, so I'll be pasting that link again. Yeah, so this is Power BI advanced options. So, yeah, fine. So you can go to this link. Okay, those who have still not downloaded that Power BI into your systems, go to this link that I have pasted in the chat, and you can see a Microsoft Power BI there. You can download it from that link. Awesome. So let me just share my screen. Just give me a second. Okay. So if you go to the, I mean, OneDrive and today's folder, so you can see there a file called as chocolate sales, a data set with the name chocolate sales. Okay, so we will be working on this data in Power BI desktop. We'll try to see how to build visualizations in. No, you don't have to sign up. No, not needed. Okay. Yeah, so we'll be working on this data set. Okay, so let's open up the data. Let's open up, launch our Power BI desktop. So let me just quickly launch that. I'll say Power BI desktop series. So it is launching Power BI desktop. Yeah. So if you have worked with Power BI, or if you are working starting today, okay, to work with Power BI. So this is your interface of Power BI desktop. Okay, Power BI, Microsoft Power BI desktop. So the moment you open the Power BI application, okay, the moment you launch that application, you can see that you will see this first set of window. Okay, so in the first set of window, okay, so just look at that. Just try to observe. There are three sections here. Okay, this entire you can see in three divided into three sections. So one is the gray color section, and one is the middle one, which is the white section, and the other one is the green colored section that is at the right. Now, each of the sections, if I want to brief on that, see this. If you just go to the left, the gray section, okay, the if you look at that, so you can do operations like connecting to a data, or the second thing that you can do is you can open other reports. See this, okay? We can connect to some data sets, or you can open previously you have built any reports or Power BI this thing charts, then you can open that. Then second section here, it is called as collaboration and sharing. Now, what is this section all about is, see, once you build the dashboard, once you build up your reports, everything is done. So you will be sharing it to your manager, to your team, right? So that you can do it right directly from here. Okay, so when you want to collaborate and share, then you have to
हमें
sign up.
तकिया दे जा तकिया की
Who's
क्या दे
this? Is this?
महिला
Okay. Yeah, so I was talking about this collaborate and share. Okay, so you need to sign in, you need to purchase this. So okay, so this will not be using this because of that licensing and paid version kind of thing. So your organization in which you will be hired will give you the access to this. Okay, so you don't have to use this right now. And this one is basically the community. Okay, the Power BI community. So see that how informative this thing is. One is getting connecting to data and opening other reports that you have already built. Second thing is collaborating, so which will be provided by your organization in which you will be working. And the third one is community. So if you have any doubts, or if you have any questions regarding Power BI, how to use a particular feature and stuff like that, then you have to use any one of the section. Okay, so you can see this tutorials. So there are some Power BI blogs as well. Okay, and you can see this like every month Power BI will launch a new version. Like so if you want to understand what is the new thing in the latest version, so you can click and read that article that is present there. And if you want to ask any question, interact with other users, okay, throughout the world, other users who are using Power BI, so you can interact with them on this forums. Okay, so you might have used the EdYoda's community forum, right? So it is only for EdYoda people. Now this Power BI forum, it is for all the people who are using Power BI. Okay, so that is what this forum means. That is an example to consider. So we don't use that particular section. So we just cancel that out. Okay, so that we get come to this particular window, this interface. Okay, now check this. Before starting to build any visualizations, or before starting to connect to a data or load a data, let's try to understand this entire Power BI, okay, the interface, because it is very important. So once you understand that, you will get to know which function is present in which section. So you can easily find that out if you understand the interface part. Okay, so if you look at the screen right now, so you can divide this entire screen into three sections. Okay, again, there are total three sections. So at the very top, you can just look at this particular section. So let me just highlight that. See this. This particular section I'm talking about. Okay, so this is all having your menus. Okay, so see this file menu, home menu. So under the home menu, so these are all the functions available. You can see. So insert, then modeling, view, optimize. So these are the menu options that you have. Under the menu, you will have some functions. Okay, some functions like getting the data or getting queries, etc. So that is one section, the complete menu and the ribbon. Okay, so in Microsoft terminology, we call this as ribbon, the upper section. Then this is the this entire section, the entire white colored section that you can see here. It is called as canvas. Okay, where you can build all your charts. Okay, you can connect to data. So you see this, you can connect to Excel data, you can connect to a SQL data, or you can even paste data into a direct table. So this basically is a canvas where either you can connect to data, okay, connect to data, or the second thing is you can create graphs or visuals. Okay, create visuals. Now, if you now check this, this is your second section. Now you can see this. This is your third section that is present here. Okay, so which is having all the options for filtering your, uh, I mean, uh, filtering your graphs. Okay, if you want to apply any filters on the graphs, then you can do this using this. You can see some visualization section here. So you can see a lot of visualization options that is already being displayed. And there are some formatting options also. Okay, so this is a formatting. This page, okay, page with a brush kind of a symbol. So that is for formatting. Formatting means changing the font size. Okay, so customizing, so changing the color, changing the font size, and increasing the access titles. All those things you can be found under this formatting section. Okay, so if you want to go to that formatting section, it is very easy. You just need to click on that. You can see this. You go to the directly go into the formatting section. Okay, so you can have all the settings. So like page information, canvas background, etc. Now there is a data section here. Okay, so if you just expand it, see this. If you just click on this arrows here, so it will get expand. So you can see this. You don't have any data set loaded yet. So hence it is showing as empty. Okay, the moment we start loading the data sets, all the data sets will be appearing in this place. Okay, so if I connect to that chocolate sales data set, okay, if I connect to that chocolate sales data, it will start appearing in this section. Okay, any data set names all will be appearing here. Okay, now, okay, so this is your third section, which is your basically report building section. We call this as report building. Okay, so we can give it a name as a report building. Fine. Now, if you just check, okay, let me just give you a brief about this also. So if you check towards the leftmost part of the screen, okay, so this one, the one which I have highlighted, okay, so there are three options. One is you can see a option like this, okay, and the other one is something like matrix, and the other one is something like this, okay. So yeah, my drawing is wrong. Okay, so you can see that the section here. So you can navigate, okay, to any of those views. See this, I can just go click on that and I go to that particular view. Okay, so usually these three are called as views. Okay, view, you can see this. This is a report view, this is a data view, and this is a model view. Okay, and these three things are the core building blocks of Microsoft Power BI. Okay, core building blocks of Microsoft Power BI. Why do we call that core? Is see, all your graphs and visualizations will be present in the first place. Okay, the first place, which is your report view. Okay, and your data, how is the data present and all that stuff, it is present here. And we'll see that. Okay, we'll see that live when we connect to a data. And this one is all about data modeling. Data modeling. So we'll see that. What is that and all? We'll see, understand that a bit later. Fine. So now let's try to make this a bit, I mean, the background a bit dark. I don't like the white theme. So I'll just say, I'll go to this view option and I'll just change it to gray. Okay, so that I can save my eyes from that white color. Great. Okay. Now, the first step when we open up Power BI desktop, this application is to connect to a data set. Okay, we have to have data, only then we can create visualizations. Without data, we cannot create anything. Right. So what I need to do is I need to just check. Okay, so see this. I'll go to this chocolate sales data. Okay. And if I just check, okay, the type, it is saying as Microsoft Excel worksheet, right? It is Microsoft Excel worksheet. Okay. So now in Power BI desktop, what I'll do is I can see an Excel workbook here. I got to know. See this. I can either click on this import data from Excel or I can use this section also. Okay. Import data from Microsoft Excel workbook. Okay. So if you click on get data here, so you can see this Microsoft, the first option, import data from Microsoft Excel workbook. Okay. So there are other options also, like you can import from text or CSV file. You can import the data directly from the web page. Okay. And then you can see this. You can import data from SQL kind of stuff. Fine. So right now it is ours one is Microsoft Excel workbook. So we'll just click on this. Okay. So I'll just go to the location where the data is present. July, right? Yeah. So today is 11th of July. So I'll go to open that folder and I can see my file here. See this. Microsoft, sorry, chocolate sales. I just select that file. Okay. So that you can see this file is selected and I click on open. Now, when you open up, when you start connecting to the data, see this. You get this navigator window. Okay. So in that navigator window, you can see that chocolate sales.xlsx file. Okay. And you can see that below that there is a data, right? So you need to click on this checkbox. Okay. So that you can see the actual data. See this. This is your actual data set, how it looks like. So there is salesperson, then you have country in that, then you have products. Okay. Then you have date and amount and boxes shipped. These are all the columns that are present in your data set. Now check what I want to know, what I want you people to notice in this section here is, okay. So notice this. Does this remind you of something?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Same thing like Power Query.
Yes, exactly.
Query.
Yeah. So if you open Excel also, and when you want to open Power Query, so you get the same window, right? So like load, transform data and cancel. Okay. So if I click on transform data, so I'll be just opening up, see this, Power Query editor. Okay. So this is present inside my Power BI. This is a Power BI's Power Query editor. So you can again see the same structure, like you have this query section, which is the name of your data set. Then you have this all the columns that are present in the data that is displayed. And you can see the same applied steps section here also. Okay. If you perform any operation on any of the columns, all those functions or all those operations will be recorded in this applied steps section. Exactly same as your Excel sheet, Excel Power Query. So just I don't need to change anything here. So I'll be just changing the name of the data set. Okay. So chocolate sales data. Okay. So it is basically 2022 for the year 2022. Okay. So if I just quickly give you a walkthrough of this, so you can see the same section here. Okay. Home, transform. Okay. So you can see this all replace values, pivot column, unpivot, text column, same functions exactly. How to change the theme of Power Query? Sir, I think you can just get that. I don't have an idea about that. I don't know. I have not changed. This is my default settings. Never tried that. I'll let you know. If you want to know that, I'll let you know by tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Okay, so check this. Probably if you just check here options and settings. Um, I don't know. Data source settings. Options. Just click and check. Report settings. Okay, anyways, I will just check that. Let's not waste time on that. Okay, so great. So you can see the same section, right? So any column, text column sections and number column specific functions, and add column also you can see conditional column, index column, okay, text and date time. Everything is same. No the big difference. And see the column from examples section also here, right? So we'll not be focusing more on this since we already know all those stuff. So we can just close and apply. Because the focus here is to, sir, what load will do? Load will just load the data. Okay, so see this, observe this section now. Okay, so see this. So if you click on load, directly you will come to this stage. You will not go to the Power Query editor at all. Okay, so when we open Power Query editor, it was nothing was present here. We cannot see anything here. Now the data is loaded under the data section, right? Awesome. So let's see. Now let's try to build some. Okay, so one more thing that you can notice here is just look at the canvas, how it is changing. Okay, so earlier, if you have noted, it was 4 boxes. So import data from Excel, import data from SQL Server, enter data directly into, and some one more box here. Now just check how it is changing. So once you have data in Power BI, so that the interface will automatically change. Okay, so it is dynamic. That is what we want to focus on more. Fine. So if I want to create a specific chart, let's say I want to create a bar chart. Let's start with a bar chart, a famous bar chart. Okay, so what I can do is, so see this, under the visualizations, I can see this build visual. Okay, so let's say this is stacked bar chart. I'll click on this. Okay, so as simple as that. You just have to click on the chart type which you want to create. So the moment you do that, you can see this. Okay, on the canvas, you can see a small icon which is showing you the preview of the bar chart, how it looks like. Okay, so if you want to actually create, we need to add data to this. Okay, so see this, how to add data. So let's say I expand this. Okay, so I click on this arrow here, which is present towards the left of that chocolate sales data. Yeah, observe that. And what you can see here is all the column names. Okay, like amount, boxes shipped, country, date, product, salesperson. Okay, so these are all the columns that are present in your chocolate sales data. You can verify that. You can open up that Excel sheet and you can see that these are the names of your columns. Okay, so now what I do is let's say select this country, drag that country, and I just place it onto the x-axis. See this, there is an x-axis here. Okay, I'll just place it on that x-axis area. Okay, x-axis area. Now what I okay, so it has not to be placed on x-axis basically. So let me just do that again. So see this country, I'll select that country. I'll select that and place it onto the y-axis area. Okay. So just look at, okay, so anything, nothing is showing. So let me just then make it a white only. I think, okay, nothing is showing up. Fine, that is awesome. Can I do with this? No. I'll go with this, yeah, because it is too dark. Okay, now look at this. Okay, so country, once you place it on y-axis, still we are not able to look at any data. Okay, we are not able to look at the values that are present like UK, USA, India, China, Japan, nothing. No country is displayed. So it will get displayed the moment we add something to this y-axis. Just check this. So what I'll do, I'll just say boxes shipped to the y-axis, x-axis. Sorry. So see that. Okay, so the moment I add that boxes shipped to the x-axis, you can notice all the countries being displayed. Okay, so and a chart is getting created. A bar chart is getting created. Till here, any questions? This is clear. How to create a simple chart in Power BI. Yeah.
Clear, sir.
Okay. Now, what I want you to observe, yeah. Yes. Okay. Now, what I want you people to observe is just look at how Power BI is arranging those bar. Okay. So when you look at those bar chart, okay, the complete bar chart, you instantly, okay, within a fraction of second, you get an idea that Australia is the highest. Australia is the country where highest number of chocolate boxes were shipped. Okay, so you immediately get that. And second thing that you can also observe is New Zealand is the lowest. Is the country where lowest number of boxes, chocolate boxes, were shipped. Right. So you immediately get that idea. Okay. You did not specify any arrangement here. Okay. Power BI automatically understands that. But if I want to create a bar chart, the user will be interested into arrange that bar chart in a proper order, either ascending order, descending order. So by default, it will be always in descending order. Fine. So that is one important thing. And second thing also that you can notice, okay, second thing that you also can notice between this in this Power BI chart is, okay, so what you can see is automatically axis titles are also displayed. Okay, so like this y-axis is for country and this x-axis is for sum of boxes shipped. Okay, so this is displaying the total boxes that were shipped in Australia to Australia. Okay, this is total boxes that were shipped to Canada. Okay, so now just look at this. So that is what important. That becomes an important thing. So this facility or this function we did not have in Excel. Okay, we have to add the access titles. We have to add the chart title, everything from the user. But in Power BI, automatically everything comes up. Okay, so no need to add it explicitly. Fine. Now look at this. Okay, so yeah. So now you can also find few of the, some of the problems in this data, some of in the visualization. Okay, so some of you might feel that the x-axis values 0K, 5K, 10K, 15K, all are very small letters. The font size is very small, right? So the data is not loaded in Power BI for me. Is not loaded. What have you done? Can you list me the steps?
So just I have opened the Power BI and I have imported the data from Excel and it is not showing that load and transform data for me.
Okay, you need to see this. If you click on this and click on open, you are able to see something like this.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
So you need to click on this box. Now you can
Okay,
load
okay.
the data.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Great. Yeah, now look at this. Okay, now what I want you people to focus on is formatting options. Now what you might feel is, see, the font size is very less. So you may want to increase the font size of all the countries here. Similarly, the name of the this thing, x-axis, okay, is not proper. Sum of boxes shipped, that is not good. So we can say total boxes shipped. Okay, so that makes sense. This is country, that is fine. No changes required. Also, the thing that you can notice is, look at the chart title. Sum of boxes shipped by country. Okay, so we can rename this as total boxes shipped by country. So that looks a better name, right? So we need to format these things. So let's look at that, how to do the formatting part. Okay, so for formatting, obviously you have to go to this section here. Okay, so this particular icon that you can see here, you have to click on that. Okay, so it will open up a list of, okay, it will open up a list of formatting options. So if you want to make any changes with respect to your y-axis, all the y-axis related settings will be present under this y-axis. So you need to expand this. See this. I click on that arrow, so it get expanded. Okay. Now let's say the font size. So first one is font size. I want to change, let's say, to 12. So I can now make that as 12. Okay, values. So if you want to change it to, let's say, this something a different Georgia, something like that. So you can do that also. So you can change that. Repeat, please. Which part? Formatting. Okay. So if in order to open up the formatting options for your bar chart, you need to click on this option. Okay. So once you click on that option, a list of formatting options are available to you. See this. So these are all the y-axis settings. Then these are all the x-axis related formatting options available. Okay. Then grid lines, zoom slider, bars, data labels. So we'll see one by one. What does that indicate? So we'll see that one by one. So right now, what I want to do is, I want to do modifications on my y-axis. Okay. So I want to change the font of this, and I want to change, let's say, the font of this country also. So what I do is I click on this arrow. So to the left of your y-axis, you can see an arrow. See this. Just click on that and you get this things. Okay. So see this. If I change the font here, okay. So just look at that. So if I change it to 16, so just look at that. All the values are getting a 16 font. If I change that to 20, so look at that. If I change that to 30, so the font size is increasing. So you can set it as per your this thing convenience. 12, 14, whichever is. I like to say it in 12. So I'll set it as 12. Okay. So if you want to make this as bold, so you can even click on this bold option. See this, the capital B. So you can see the values are now in bold option. Notice that the title, the y-axis title is same. There is no change in that y-axis title. Okay, only the values are changing. Can you see that? Yes or no? Are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, so if it is, if you think that I'm too fast, you can tell me, let me know. Okay, so I will just reduce the pace. Okay, so if you want to do more formatting like italics and all, you can see that you can underline, you can do italics, all those things you can do it here. It's very simple. Just have to try that out. Fine. Okay, so if you want to change the color of these values here, okay, Canada, Australia, UK, if you want to change the color, so you can just click on this and select the color of your choice. Let's say I click on red. Red does not suit here. So I click on yellow. So you can see I change the color of that values to yellow. Color option. Simple. Nothing rocket science there. What I want also you to notice here is what is that sign option, sir, right side up. Which one you're asking? I don't know. This one?
In profile, that one. Sign in option, up right side option.
This one? Are you asking about this one?
Yes, sir.
No need to do anything like that. Okay, so see, even I have not signed into Power BI. That is completely okay to not sign in. Once you are working in an organization, then you can use your office email address to sign in. Okay, so what happens is all the paid version functionalities, okay, that Power BI provides you, you can access it that time. So like something like collaboration. So when you want to share, okay, let's suppose this report, this graph which we created, you want to share it to your manager. So then you need to sign in. Okay, so if you have paid for that, so you can sign in and you can share it to your manager. Right, so that is not needed for us because we are not going to share it to anyone. That will be useful to you once you are working in an organization. Is that clear? Okay, fine. Great. Okay, so check this. Now you can change the color. Okay, so now let's look at the other option. See this. What you can observe here is whatever changes that we were performing. Okay, so like increasing the font, changing the color, it was happening all to the values here. Okay, if I want to change the this one, the country name and stuff like that, so I can see this. There is an option called as title. I will just select that. Expand the options for title. Now I can change the values also here. So if I change this, if I instead of 12, if I give it 16, so look at that. The country is now 16. The font is 16. 20. Okay, so if you can give 40, so see that. If I give 40, the country is now 40. Okay, so what you can observe is only the title is changing. The values are not changing, right? So that is the thing that you need to observe. So I will just keep it to 16. 16 is looks good. Okay, so it became 60. 1 6. 16 looks good, so we can keep it to 60. All right. So again, you can bold that out if you want. So italics, everything you can do. Change the color if you want to change the color to, let's say, something like a green. No, green does not suit this. I don't think so. This is also suited. Yeah. Yeah, whatever color you can just give that. Let's say, I think yellow is only suited for gray. Yeah, we can go with yellow itself. So just check. Only the color of this country is changing. Nothing is affected here. Okay, because all the things that we do in the title, it will be only with respect to the title, not with the values of that title. That is the thing that you need to observe. Okay, great. Now, what I do is, so once we are done with the x-axis, now we can go to, sorry, y-axis, we can go to x-axis now. So we need to increase the font of these values and we need to increase this also, right? So we can go to x-axis and I'll just say this range. Yeah. So font is not available. Yeah, sorry, not this one. Values. I'll just change the font here. Yeah, expand that values and I'll change the to 12. Yeah, 12 makes sense. Okay, so we can clearly see the values. Okay, so again, you can bold that, you can again italicize it, underline. Okay, so same repeating options, right? Then you can also change the color of that. Okay, whichever color you need, you can change it to all the same set of options. You can see again. So let's close this. And let's come to title here. Okay, so this one, x-axis title. So I'll just change the font size for that as well. I'll just change it to 16. Okay, so this makes now look that bigger, bit big. Okay, so again, you can see this bold, italics, underline, and changing the color. So this, if you change the color, it will change for only for this one. Okay, not for anything else. Same set of options again. Right, so once you are done with that, you can close your x-axis. Okay. So we just modified our x-axis titles and y-axis titles. Okay, so let's go to x-axis. What I'll do is I just want that color to be white itself, not change to title color also changing to white. Just to be consistent across. Okay, consistent. I am changing the color to y in the y-axis to white only. Now check this. Okay, so once we are done with all the axis formatting, what we need is, what else we need is, we need to display the values. How much is this Australia? I don't know. How much boxes, chocolate boxes were shipped to Australia? So you can say that it was more than 30,000. But exactly how much? More than 30,000, how much? So if you want to understand that, then what we can do is, so you can see an option here, data labels. So right now it is off. So if you just click on that, see that it will be on and you can see the values. How to change the title of the axis? Okay, title. Okay, so title is not done right yet. So okay, fine. I'll come to that. Okay, I'll come to that. Fine. So now see this data labels. So once I click that on, you can see the numbers now. Okay, so it is 32.6K, 31.2K, and all those numbers are displayed with respect to that graph, in that graph only. So if you want to increase the font size, so again, just see this. It is very simple. So again, click on that arrow. So it will give you options. See this. Values. Okay. So values option and you change the font here. 12. So now this makes sense. Okay. So we got the values and you can see Australia highest boxes were shipped to Australia with 32.6K and lowest was shipped to New Zealand with 26.6K. Okay, now coming back to this. Okay, so sum of boxes shipped. So we are not liking this title here. So we need to change that, right? Total boxes shipped. So how to do that? So if I want to do any changes with respect to my x-axis, again, I have to go to this x-axis option. X-axis option. And in that, I should select the title because this is all related to title, right? So I'll just select title and I'll title text. Say total. Okay, boxes shipped. So title text. So I entered that and I am successfully able to see the title which I want to look at. Okay, so that is how we change the x-axis title. Getting this? Yes or no? Fine. How to change the title of the chart? I'm coming to that. Okay, now if I want to change this title of the entire chart, okay, the complete bar graph, I want to change the title of that. So let's see how to do that. So again, formatting options. So where we have grid lines, general, no, visual, data labels, bars. There should be a title option somewhere here, but it is not providing us. How come is that possible? No, in general, it is not there. Okay, title is on. Okay, so fine here. Great. Okay, so you can see this under this title here. Okay, so that is related to the complete title. So we can just click this. So again, I can see this here. So in the text, I'll say total. Yeah, so in this total, sorry, total boxes shipped by country. So that will be my this thing. Okay. So if you want to increase the font size, so see this, you can change this to heading 2. Okay. You can change this to heading, normal heading or whatever you feel like. Okay. And you can change the font size here. So yeah, 14 instead of 14, let's keep it as 18. Okay. So 18 makes sense. Okay. 18 makes sense. So we can keep it as 18. One more thing I want to do is, see, having your chart title towards the left corner does not make it attractive. So what we do is we have to shift it towards the center of the chart. So see this horizontal alignment. So if I click on this, so the text will be moved to the center of the chart. Okay, so today is the first day. So you might feel exhausted looking at so many options and so many these things. Don't worry. You will get, once you start practicing a lot, you will get to know which option is where. Okay, so if I want to change the title, then I have to go in which section. So you'll understand that with practice. Right now you might feel, oh my god, so many options like that. No, that might, so for some of you might feel that. So you can see here, there are some other options as well. Text color, you can change the color of the text. So we can do that. Okay, just to highlight the text. Okay. Then everything is work by keyword. Everything is work by keyword. Keyboard. No, I'm using my mouse. Just to type this text, I'm using keyboard. For all these selection options, I'm using my mouse. Right. Okay. Now check this. Okay. So again, there is some background color here. So let's say if I select on yellow. So let's say if we select this pink. Okay. Pink does not suit. Yeah. So this I think looks good. Right. So and we'll make this as pink does not look good again. Okay. No, this one does not look good. Any color that looks good. Okay. No, again. Okay. I think this suits. All right. So see that. Okay. So we can bring that bar. Okay. So that which will highlight, I mean, that putty kind of a thing, which will give that total title a background. Arts color from blue to another color. Yes, I will come to that also. One by one, we are moving to that also. Okay. So this is how you can play with your title, the chart title. Like, so if you make this alignment, so it will move to the right side. So if you want this in the center, so center looks good. So we can keep it at center. Great. Okay. So now there was one interesting question. Okay. So if I want to change the color of this bars, so instead of blue, if I want to make it green, or if I want to make it pink, something like that. So again, go to the visual here. Okay. And you can see bars. So this is all respect to the chart, right? The visualization that you have created. So any setting with your visualization will be present your visual. So bars. So click on that. So default blue is selected. You want to change it to green and change it to green. Okay, so one more option that you can see is if you want spacing. So see this. So if I just drag this to the left, so just see that the spacing between the bar graphs, it is increasing as well as decreasing. If I increase it, so see that the spacing increases. If I decrease this, the spacing decreases. Okay, so you can play around with this and you can even enter your own number. So let's say you can say 20 px. Okay, so 20 will be default. Okay, so if at any point in time, okay, if at any point in time you feel that all the settings that you have applied are not useful, so you can just see this. There is an option, reset to default. So if you click that, everything will be removed. All the formatting options that you have applied for that chart, everything will be removed and it will be set to default. Okay, that is only with respect to the bars I'm talking. So see this green color bars. Okay. Now I think we are having this perfectly fine. Okay, so there are no more changes that needs to be done with respect, I think, for this bar chart. All right, so what we can do is we can close all the formatting options, everything. Okay, so that you can see that entire bar chart in one single window, something like this. Okay, so once all the formatting and everything is done, so you can reduce the size, resize this. Okay, so if this looks good, yeah, I think this looks good. This much size is good. Why it is necessary to make it small is because we are not having only one chart on this entire screen. We'll have multiple charts. Okay, so we need to have multiple charts on the same screen. So hence we reduce the size. So we just move it to the bottom, let's say here, and we can keep it as it is. Okay, now check this. Okay, now check this. So this is your canvas where your charts are created. Okay, now there is one more option that we see, data view, right? So if I click on that, okay, so you can actually get to look at the data. Okay, the Excel sheet kind of a data you can look at here. What columns are present in your data and what kind of values are present in your data. So see this: salesperson, country, product, date, amount, and boxes shipped. And the beauty of this data thing is, this data view is, so let's say if you want to change the data type of salesperson column, so you can change that. See this data type from text, if you can change it to any other data type. Okay, so you can change the name. Okay, so like salesperson, instead of salesperson, you can say representative, sales representative if you want to do that. So you can also give it a proper name. So you can even play with your formatting, text formatting. See this. Okay, so right now it is text, so it'll be only text. So that is what option, column specific options that you get. You can change the data type, can change the name of that column, and you can change the format of that column. So similarly, if you click on country, so you can see this. Okay, again, name is country, data type is text, and stuff like. If you click on date, let's suppose. So the name is date. Okay, so you can change it to, let's say, order date. Not order date, specifically, it should be ship date. Right, so it shipped date. And you can also see the name is changed. Okay, and you can see this. The data type of this column is date. It is accepting only date values. Okay, so there are a lot of things that you can see here. Okay, so date, it is present as like 27th April 2022, 24th March 2022. Okay, so if you don't want to look at this kind of a format, so what you can do is, you can see this, there is a format option. Change it to the format you need, look to see. So let's say you like this format, date, month and year. So click on that and you can see the data will change. So you will see the date first, then there will be month and there will be year part. Okay, so if you want to display the year first and then month and then date, so click on this so you can see the changes. So year first, then the month part and then the actual date part. So all that formatting options, you can play with that here in this section, the format section in the data view. Okay, so yeah. Now, finally, there is something called as model view. So if you go to that, you can see that chocolate sales 2022 dataset is loaded in this section. Okay, so you can move this around. Yeah. So right now I'm not able to move that. See this. I can move that around. So what is the help or what is the use of this section here is, or this particular thing is? It is used to create a relationship between multiple tables. Okay, so that is the use. So we are not using it right now for any of our things. Basically, it is used for relationship building. Yes, exactly. Like your SQL ER diagram. Correct. Yeah, good one. So right now, since we have only one data set, it does not makes any sense to do any options. I mean, do any thing in operations in this model view. It is no use. Okay, so I'll go back again to my report view. So it will show me this report view like this. Okay, now check this. Okay, so when should we create a bar chart? When to create a bar chart? So that is my question. Any idea? Anyone? See, if you observe on the screen, so when we selected the country column and this one, so we have selected two things, right? So we have selected country and this one, boxes shipped, right? So that is what we have selected, and we have created a bar chart. Bar chart. Now the question is, why only bar chart? For these two columns, why bar chart? Why not any other chart? That is the question. So it becomes very important to understand this section. Okay, when to create a bar chart actually. No, showing information with other charts also we can show information, right? With if I say pie chart, with pie chart also I can show information. Why don't you think that I can not show information using pie chart? No, it is not a segments or something like that. So when you are comparing something, comparison, when there is comparison involved. Okay, so comparison means, so see, when you look at the bar chart, you get an idea. Australia, highest chocolate boxes were shipped to Australia. So you are comparing, right? Comparing Australia with Canada, comparing Australia with UK, comparing Australia with India, comparing Australia with USA, comparing Australia with New Zealand. So when you compare Australia with all other countries, and you decide, you come to a decision that Australia, the highest boxes, chocolate boxes were shipped. Okay, so when there is a comparison involved, then you should go for, okay, bar chart. So for example, if I want to find out which salesperson, okay, which salesperson is delivering the highest chocolate boxes. So again, if you look at the question, can we use for discrete values? Discrete values in the sense, I do not understand your question, Akshay. Can you be more specific here? Okay. Okay, so see this. So salesperson and chocolate boxes. So you can see salesperson here and chocolate boxes here. Okay, boxes shipped. So again, what you are finding? The highest. So when you can tell that a particular salesperson is the highest. So when you look at a bar chart, when you are comparing between all the salespersons. Okay, so the idea is when you are comparing something, okay, comparing something, then you have to go with a bar chart. As simple as that. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so comparison between the values of a column. So country is the name of the column, and country column has this Australia, Canada, UK. So when you want to compare between these countries, Australia, Canada, UK, for which country is having the highest boxership, then we go for bar chart. Okay, now, fine. So look at this. If you look at this data section here, okay, so you can see the name of the data, okay. When you look at the name of the data, you can see an icon over there. So a box with something like this. So that is the icon that is displayed. Okay, so this icon is showing that that is a data set. Okay, this icon is specifically used when it is a data set. Or we can also call it as table. Okay, we can also call it as table. So right now we have only one data set, chocolate sales. So we can see that only one box is present here. Now look at this. If you look at the columns present in that chocolate sales amount, okay. So just look at some of the columns are starting with that some signature, something like this. Okay, we call it as sigma. Okay, so this is a sigma symbol. So you can see amount has a sigma symbol. Boxes shipped has a sigma symbol. Then suddenly if you look at country, so there is nothing present. You don't have that sigma there. Okay. And if you look at suddenly, if you look at the date column, ship date column, so you have a calendar icon. Okay, you have this icon that is present there. Okay, that symbol, it is a calendar symbol. Okay, so why Power BI is displaying all these things is, okay, so it is trying to indicate. Okay, so if you look at those symbols, you understand what is that data type of that column. Okay, because it is mentioning, yes, correct, it is mentioning data type. Okay, so amount is a numeric data type. So numeric data type, if it is present in your data, so it will have that sigma symbol. Okay, sigma symbol will be present for that particular column. So if it is present, sigma symbol is present, means that it is a number, numeric column. It is a number column. If nothing is present, so like country, product, and sales person, it is showing that it is a text. It is a text column. All are text columns. And if you see that calendar icon, okay, the calendar symbol, so it is indicating that it is a date. The column is a contains only date values, nothing else are present in that column. Is clear? Any questions still here? You can ask me. I will just hold on and I'll repeat that. You missed last 2 minutes. What you told? Okay. So last 2 minutes. My laptop got switched off.
Actually, after that, what you told, I was. Mm,
This one is done. Model view is done for you.
model view is done. Yes.
Okay. So now, yeah.
Why we use bar chart? Yes.
Okay. Why to use
Because comparing of the data.
Okay. Now I'll come to that. I'll repeat that once again. And before that, let me complete this part. So what I was saying is, see this. So right now, if you just check this section, the data section here, okay, so you can see some strange symbols. Okay, so some symbol with a, okay, this is one symbol. Then this is one symbol, and this is empty. Okay, nothing. That is also one symbol, and you can see a calendar symbol like this, something like this. So this is nothing but a table symbol. Okay, table symbol. Table, yes. This one is a sigma symbol. Okay, symbol is sigma. Is a blank. If you see this blank like this, so it is nothing but a blank symbol. Yeah, blank, nothing but blank symbol. And this is a calendar symbol. Okay, so what I was saying is, if you have this sigma symbol, it means that that particular column is a numeric column. It is a numeric column. So you can verify that. See this. If you just check this data view, so amount and boxes shipped have that sigma symbol, right? So if you go to this data, so check this. Where is my amount? Yeah, amount is here. So you can see all numbers, and boxes shipped is here. So you can again see all numbers present, right? So hence it is a, if you see that sigma at this location here, so it is a number column, numeric column. Okay, so likewise, if it is blank, plain, nothing there, then it is a text. It is a text column. Similarly, if it is calendar icon, so it is a date column. Okay, and this table that is showing that data set name. The data set symbol or the table symbol, it just shows the, so you can see chocolate sales 2022, that is the name of the data set. So hence it has that table symbol. So that is what the meaning of the symbols that are present there. Okay, so like sigma and plain and the calendar icon, calendar symbol. Okay, so now the question was, okay, so if you just observe, so what did we do here? So we selected boxes shipped and country, these two columns, and we created a bar chart. Okay. Now the question is, why to create a bar chart for that particular columns? So let's say country. Let me just write that. Yeah, this is bar chart. Okay, the name of this chart is a bar chart, and we can say that what we have used is, we have used the country column, COUNTRY, country column. Okay, and the second thing that we have also used here is boxes shipped. Column. So these two columns we have used from our data set. We have used these two columns. Now the question is, why bar chart? Why bar chart? Why can't we select this line chart? Why can't we select this pie chart? Why only bar chart is selected? Or why are we looking at a bar chart? That is the question. Okay. The answer is, when you want to compare, okay, when there is a comparison involved, Okay, when there is a comparison involved, then you have to create a bar chart. So what are we comparing here? So see this, we are comparing boxes shipped by country. So we are figuring out, okay, so see this, looking at this bar chart, we say that in Australia, there were the highest boxes shipped. If you look at New Zealand, we say that 27,000. So this is the lowest boxes shipped. So what are we doing here? We are comparing, right? We are comparing Australia boxes shipped with Canada. We are comparing Australia boxes shipped with UK. We are comparing Australia's boxes shipped with India. So 33K and 29K. So 33K is highest. So again, we compare Australia's box shipped with USA. So it is 27K. So 33K and 27K, if we compare, so it will be highest in this. If we compare Australia with New Zealand, so it is again 33K with 27K. So again, it is the highest. So we are comparing between the values. In the same way, if I want to say, if I am saying that New Zealand is the lowest boxes shipped, so just check, we are comparing 2733. So this is the lowest. 2731, again this is the lowest. 2730, again lowest. 2729, again this is the lowest. 27 and 27. So you can see the size here. So again it is the lowest. So we can say New Zealand is the lowest. Okay, the key idea is comparison. When you are comparing between the values of a column, you have to go with a bar chart. Okay, so country is the name of the column, and inside country you have Australia, Canada, UK, India, USA, New Zealand. So these are the values of that country column, right? So we are comparing between the values, hence bar chart. Getting this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir, got it. Then when will we use this pie chart and all those things?
Yeah, so we are, so you want to know everything in one single moment. We'll come to that. Step by step, we'll come to that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, step by step. Okay.
Excuse
Now,
me, sir.
yeah, tell me.
Sir, can you show the views again?
Views. Okay. So this is your report view right now, which we are in, where we create all the visualizations. Okay. And then if you select, please charge your laptop. Okay. Yes. Thanks for reminding that. I'll just quickly put it on my charge. Okay. It is on. Yes. Fine. Thank you. Otherwise, my laptop will also go. Okay. So views, coming to views. Okay. So views are present in this section. So there are total 3 types of views. One is the first one will be the report view. Okay. Report view, where you create charts. The second one is the data view. Okay. It is all about looking the data. Okay. Looking at the data set. And the third one is model view. Okay. So where we create relations between tables, between data sets or tables. Okay. So these are the 3 things. And these 3 are core of your Power BI, core building blocks. Okay. So without these 3, the Power BI is nothing. If you have these 3, only then we call that as Power BI. Okay. So they are the core building blocks of Power BI. Fine. So right now the view which we are in, it is called as report view. So if I go to this data view, I can see this. Okay, this is my data set. I can see all the column names, salesperson, country, product, shipping date, amount, boxes shipped. Okay, I can see all the column names, and I can also look at what data is present in that column. Okay, so you can see this is the name of the salespersons. This is our country names. Okay, so you can see that these are all the chocolate names, eclairs, okay, dark bars, milk bars, fruits and nut bars, etc. Then you have this shipping date. Okay, so this on which day the product was shipped or the chocolate was shipped. And you can see amount here. So what was the total amount? Okay, and how many total boxes? So 332 boxes were shipped. Okay, peanut butter cubes. So 342 boxes. Okay, so in the data view, you have other options as well. Okay, so like changing the name of a particular column. If you want to, let's say, change this product to chocolate names. Okay, chocolate names. So you can just give it a name there and you can see that the name is getting changed. Okay, so again, you can see that in the data section here also. So now it is chocolate names instead of product. Okay, so if you want to change the salesperson to some other name, so you can do that as well. Okay, so sales representative. So you can go to this names and you can change the name. Below that, you can see the data type of that column. So right now, the salesperson, it is a text column. So you can see that here also. It is blank text column. So if you select this ship date, okay, so you can see this ship date, name is the ship date and data type is date. Getting this? Okay. So also you can see this amount and boxes shipped. So these are all number columns. Okay, so you can see this whole number. The data type is whole number. The boxes shipped, it is also whole number. So if you want to change this amount, let's say if you amount should not be in a whole number, it should be in a decimal value. So you can change it to decimal. See this decimal number. Okay, so see this. Now it has changed to decimal number column data type. All right, so that is what is present actually in this section. So you can add those once you, okay, so you can add these. So to get that dollar symbol and all, you can do that. We learn this in more detail in other data sets. Okay, so that is not an issue. Yeah, so right now, let's stick with basics. Right? Yeah. Then we can see this. So this is all about data view. Okay, so changing the name, changing the data type of a particular column, you can directly do it in the data part. Now see this. So there is a model view. Okay, so model view is nothing but to build relations between multiple data sets. So right now it does not make any sense. Okay, because we have only one data set, chocolate sales. If I have multiple data sets, I can show you how to connect them. So we'll see that in the later sections, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, probably. So that is what your views are. Okay. Fine. Any other questions? Any other thing that you want me to repeat? So I'll just repeat that. All clear. Okay, great. So check this. So once you see, right now we have this one chart that is created. So if I want to save, okay, if I want to save this Power BI notebook. Okay, so how to save? What we do is at the very top, see this, there is a disk icon. Okay, I'm just highlighting it with this one. Okay, so at this place, so you can see this. So you need to click on that. Okay, so just click on that. The moment you do that, so see that it will give you an option. Okay, so let's say I give it a name as chocolate, CHO COLATE, chocolate sales, okay, analysis. So this is my file name. So I have provided that file name here, okay, in the file name section. And just look at this. So it is being saved in July 7, okay, in the July folder in today's date, 11/7/2023. So exactly it will be present here. So see this, BS1, okay, so data analysis fundamentals, July 11/7/2023. So once I click on save, it will appear in this folder. Okay, so that is what I want to show. Yeah, so that is where we are saving it. Now also check this, save as type. Okay, so in this, make sure that it is the first one, .pbix. Okay, always the first option should be selected. Okay, .pbix. So what is PBIX? PBI means Power BI. Power BI. And what is this X? X is nothing but executable. Power BI executable, PBIX. Okay, Power BI executable file. That is the meaning. Okay, so chocolate sales analysis is the name and type is PBIX, and I can click on save. Okay, so now if you just go to the folder here, so see this. Okay, also what you can notice there is, just look at the icon, how it is saved. It's a Power BI file. Okay, so that is what you need to observe. So you can also see this here, chocolate sales analysis at the very top, the same name. Okay, fine. So let's look at a new type of a chart. Okay, so let's create one more chart. What I do is I just go to this section here. See this, there is something called as card, CARD, card. So I click on that. Okay, so a card kind of a thing appears here. So see this. So let me just minimize that a bit. So this looks good, right? So let's keep that small. Okay, so what I will do is I will just, let's say, select amount. Okay, and I'll just add it to the fields section here. So see that. What you see is that is the total amount collected. Okay, that is the total amount collected, 6.18 million. Yeah. So this is used to give you the complete summary of your data. Okay, so total amount collected or total sales, something like that. Right? So you can just minimize a bit more and you can keep it. Okay, so if you just look at the name here, the name does not seem to be proper. So sum of amount, so we can just format that, right? So I'll just say this one, I mean, format your visual. Okay, and I can see this again, general. I don't think so. General, category label. Yeah, call out value, I think. Where is that text? Yeah, text wrapping. No. Smells. Is where here? No, that is not possible. How is it? Font Arial. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Call out value. Okay. This is very strange. Title. Okay, let's say no, title is not needed. Okay, so let's say I go to visual, I'll call out value, and let me just check this one. Text mapping, source mapping, no. No, why it becomes difficult, I'll tell you. Okay, why I'm searching for that option. So what happens is Power BI, okay, gets updated, okay, every month. So what they do is these minor changes they will do every month. Okay, one of the options which will be available here in the previous month version, so it will move it to the next. In the next month's version, it will move it to the general. So that is what they do. So today it is right. Today we are in 11th, right? So 11th of July. So in the August, you will have a new version of Power BI. In the September, again, you will have a new version of Power BI. So that is where the problem comes. Header icons, title, properties. Again. So let me just check that. I'll let you know. Okay. So anyway, this is not last class, right? So anyway, so I'll let you know that where it is present. It should be present in the visual. Display units, auto, value decimal places. No, still I cannot see somewhere. Anything here. Category label, no. Okay, so category label it is. Yeah. So if I turn it on, so I can see sum of amount, and if I turn it off, I can see I cannot see that. Okay. So I cannot change the text. Okay. So if you just check here, I don't have an option to change that. Right. So it will be sum of amount. So rather what I will do is I'll off it. Okay. I'll go to general and I'll click on the title. And I'll just give it a text here. Total amount. Now this makes more sense. Okay. So you can just move it to the center and we can color. Yeah. And add, change the color. Okay. So this makes now a bit of sense. Okay. Fine. So one more. So if I want to create one more card, so I'll just select that, and in this what I want to display is this time, yeah, I want to display the boxes shipped. So I'll just say add that here. So you can see that total boxes shipped is 177K. What I do is I just again go to formatting of that category label and I go to general on the title. Boxes SHIPPED shipped. Okay, so that is great. So same set off. Okay. Now what I want you to observe. Okay, so just look at this. Very important. So if I click on Australia, so see this. If I click on this Australia, so just look at the numbers there. They are getting changed. If I click on India here, so see that. So total boxes that were shipped in India is 29K and the total amount is 1.05 million. If I select USA, so see that total boxes shipped is 27K and the total amount is 1.04 million. Okay, so what is happening is if I select one option from one chart, the other charts are also changing. So we call this as interactivity. The charts are interacting between each other. Call that as interactivity. This feature is not available in your Excel. Okay, this you don't have in your Excel. So hence Power BI stands out compared to Excel. Okay, so the first thing. Second thing, if you observe, we have not created any pivot table. Directly, we are selecting the column names and we are getting the charts. We are getting bar chart, we are getting this text card, etc. right? So that is one more advantage of Power BI over Excel. Okay, so we have still more time left, right? So we can move to one more chart, let's say. Fine. So now let's say I want to create a pie chart. Okay, so pie chart. What we can do is okay, so let's say I want to create a pie chart here. Okay, pie chart. So I select country. Okay. No, first we have to select the pie chart so that it placed on our canvas. Just expand this a bit. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll select country. I'll place into the legend. Country into the legend. Okay, and then I'll say boxes shipped. I'll select that and place into the values. Okay, so you can see a pie chart being displayed. Okay, and you can also see that what is the meaning of blue color, what is the meaning of green color, what is the meaning of that yellow color. So everything is present here. So yellow color means Canada, this blue color means Australia, and this green color is for UK, and this dark blue color is for India, this beige color is for USA, and this light green is for New Zealand. Okay, so why do we create a so you might have two questions. First thing is why to create or when to create. Instead of why, I can say when to create a pie chart. Create a pie chart. Okay, so the answer is when you want to show a composition. Okay, now what is meaning by composition? Or we can say part of. Okay, so now you can see this. What is the meaning of part of is? So let's assume that this is 100%. Okay, this entire circle is 100%. Out of that 100%, you can see that 18% of the boxes were shipped. Okay, out of 100%, 18% boxes, okay, were shipped to Australia, right? To Australia. 17% to Canada, 17.1% to India, sorry, UK, and 16.6%. So you can see the composition. Okay, so the main answer is composition or part of, or you can also say out of 100. When you have the question out of 100, how much was shipped? Okay, how much percentage of boxes were shipped to Australia out of 100%? When you have that question, so you have to go for a pie chart. Is this clear? Or should I once again? Clear. Okay, so the idea is composition or out of 100, how much? Okay, out of 100, how much? Now, if you observe the countries carefully, okay, so you have Australia and New Zealand, right? So Australia and New Zealand belong to Australian continent, AUSTRALIA, Australia continent. USA itself is a continent, so American continent. US and Canada. Okay, so they will be USA. UK is Europe and India is Asia. So what we can do is, okay, what we can do is we can create a new column from this country column. Do you agree with that? I want to create a new column, okay, a continent column, and I want to check how much percentage which continent. So if I want to create a new column, how can I do that?
Conditional column.
Conditional. Where is conditional column present?
It's in Power Query.
Power Query. So the question is how to open Power Query now. Okay. So see this. Transform data. You have an option here. Okay. So what I do is I click on that transform data. So I get this Power Query and I just go to add column, additional column. Yes, I'll just say continent. Continent. If the country is equals to say India, it is output should be ASI, Asia. Okay, then if country is equals to USA, right? Say, then it should be US. Sorry, US. Okay, then you can say country again. Country equals to Canada. CANADA, Canada. Then it is again US. Then country equals to Australia. AUSTRALIA, Australia. Output should be Australia. Australia, and again country equals New Zealand. Okay, so we can say that as Australia. And we have one more, I guess. So country equals, yeah, so I think UK, right? So it is Europe continent. I think that is done. Okay, so we can just click on OK. So we got a conditional column. See this. So based on UK, it is Europe. India, it is Asia. India, again Asia. Australia, Australia. UK. And New Zealand, Australia. So New Zealand belongs to an Australian continent. Only thing that we need to change is the data type. Okay, so we can select that continent and data type to text. Should be a text column, right? Once that is done, you can just go ahead and close and upload. So you can see a continent column here. Okay, so now you can ask a question. Okay, now you can have this question. So what percentage of 100, okay, 100% boxes were shipped to Asia, ASI, Asia. So you can use that continent. So let's say create one more pie chart here. Okay, and then I'll say continent into legend and boxes shipped into values. So you have this new pie chart. So now if you observe carefully, okay, if you observe carefully, tell me whether this pie chart is looking good or this one is looking good.
The
The
recent
upper,
one.
the recent one, the upper one, okay. Okay, now try to look at that. Okay, so when you are yourself are saying that the upper one is comparatively better compared to this one, the reason for that is, see here we have less values. In the continent column, we have less values. In the country column, we have more values. Okay, so we have Australia, we have Canada, UK, India, USA, New Zealand. So 6 values. Whereas here, if you check, there are only 4 values, right? So when the number of values are less, only then go for a pie chart. This is a big disclaimer. When to create a pie chart? Okay, when to create a pie chart is when the values are less. Okay, if you have more values, it is not that great. If you look at this, you will not feel, okay, you are feeling that this is not good, but this is good, right? So the idea is, or the reason is for this one. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as a general rule, okay, as a general rule, yeah. So go to creating pie chart only when you have less than 5, okay, less than 5 values. If you have greater than 5 values, avoid pie charts. Okay, 90% of the times, 90 to 95% of the times, if you have more than 5 values like this, Australia, Canada, UK, India, USA, New Zealand, avoid. Okay, this one you can create because there are only 4 here, less than 5. So that condition is satisfied and we can go with this. What I do, I just select this graph. Okay, I want to delete this graph, right? So I want to delete this. So how to delete a graph? So see this. Select this one and you can see 3 dots there at the top, 3 options. One is the filter, one is the focus mode, and then is the 3 more options. Click on that. You can see that remove option, third option. Click on and it will be removed. Yeah, this much is good. Yeah. Okay, so let's try to do some formatting for this. So I'll just select this and let's say the title part. So let's go to title first. Total, what is that? Sorry, total boxes shipped by continent. Okay, so I'll just make it into the middle center. And what I do is I just apply probably this one. Right, and then I'll select the text color. This one, yellow, I think. Yes. Yeah. So I just keeping it consistent. Okay, this one and this one, I just keep that consistent. And what I also want to do here is one more thing that I want to do here is see, I have yellow for Australia, then the green for US, for Asia and Europe, the same kind of colors. Okay, so we have selected same kind of colors. So what we can do, we can change that. So we can just go to the slices. Okay, so Asia, let's say, change it to let's say some beige color. Okay, so not beige. Uh, red color. Yeah, so this looks great, I guess. All with different colors. Okay, fine. Now let's let's quickly look at one more chart and we can close this for today. Okay. One more chart is a variation of pie chart only. So see this. Instead of pie chart, I select on this donut chart. Okay, everything is same. Okay, everything is same as a pie chart itself. Only thing is the middle center section is removed. Okay, it has been removed. Just check that. It appears like a donut. No big difference in that. Empty. Yes, exactly. Center section is made empty and you get something like a donut. Yeah. So either you can go with a pie chart or you can also go with a donut chart. Okay. Both are exactly same. No difference in them. Yeah. So okay, fine. So I will just stop this here. Just give me a second. Yeah. I'll just save everything, whatever I have done. I'll just click on this save option. Okay, so that everything will be saved. Okay, so that tomorrow also we'll be working on the same thing. I'll just saving everything. Yeah, and I can close this. So I have my chocolate sales analysis here. Fine. So that's for today. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can let me know. If you get questions while working, practicing either today or tomorrow, so you can even let me know tomorrow also. Any questions? All clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So then I will be, yeah, okay, thanks. So I'll just stop this here. So let's meet again. Yeah. Tomorrow, same time, 7:30 in the evening. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you have
Thank
your
you, sir.
TA who is there present. So he will continue. He or she will continue. Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Hello everyone.
Hi,
Is
sir.
my yeah. How are you all?
So fine. What about you?
The session is going. Okay. So are you understanding what the data analyst, what is the main project we have to create to the Power BI? What are the reports we all have to generate? So make sure guys do at least 3-4 project else from your side. Try to go on your like YouTube or search on a Google for the Power BI projects and get your databases also there. Like there is a Kangle which there you can get a data set and perform some projects on the Power BI or a Tableau. So because I am saying this is because in today's market the BI developer and Tableau developer are getting more salaries even the coding person, because the art of telling the reports to the stakeholders is very different. Akshay, yeah, we can. You can directly, Akshay, go to search on a Google, write kangle.com. Wait a minute, I can share you. Yeah, from this link you go through the website and you get so many of databases and many projects on a data science, data analytics, as well as SQL. So go through it, and if you have any confusion, get back to me on my WhatsApp number on or on like live sessions, community sessions. So good luck guys for the future, and try to do your all assignments. If there is any problem, you can directly contact me. And something else, like your assignments are going evaluated till this week of like MySQL and data analytics. So we will not extend your date from this onwards because we already have this. Please share your number. I already shared the number to you guys. So if anyone is there, can you share them? Guys, you can make a WhatsApp group also where you all can have your queries related, so your colleagues can also help you in many different ways. It's a easy thing where you can communicate with each other because you all are reading same thing and you are following same thing.
So can you share the Kaggle thing, Kaggle link once more?
Yeah. Wait a minute. It's directly going to Akshay. That's why it's not showing to everyone.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. See, now it is for the everyone. You all can access from this link. And if you get stuck from this website, go on YouTube, search for what is the Kangle and how what are the website is. So everything you will get. There are so many content creator who are creating these things, and so many content creator are creating many projects also on this data analytics field. And if you all have a LinkedIn profile, so or a GitHub profile, you can get from there also dataset, project demo dataset directly. And one more option, you can directly type on a Google that I want a demo dataset for the projects. So you can get a many website, go through it and search and download and try to make a dashboard, try to practice it. If you getting somewhere wrong, these wrong things uh, will make you better and better, because in learning path everyone gets fail when the implementation takes part. So you all have to do again and again. When you are stuck somewhere, try to solve it, because there are so many things nowadays. AI can also help you in your projects, as well as there are Google's GitHub profile and so many LinkedIn person, they can directly help you in like your projects also. So try to make your all projects and try to upload on a GitHub, and try to make a portfolio better for your future aspects, as well as LinkedIn, GitHub, because these two things uh, in IT industries works very well. If these two things are not so, because there are so many times when company don't want you, or company directly like layoffs you, so you don't have any option to switch another company or look into another company. So you all have to do that. You have to make an interactive LinkedIn profile, make some connections around 1000 2000 HRs in your domain, and try to research on how the LinkedIn works, how the chances getting more on the LinkedIn, so you get a better chance and better salary, because from one company you can't get a better salary. You all have to switch one by one, or after 1 year, after 2 year, after 3 year, after 4 to 5 years experience, then you have to stable in a one company. Because if you are not switching it, the company says that I don't have a budget, we can't give you more salary. So this is not a problem. Company have a budget. If you have a talent, company have more and more budget, just double or triple budget. So first of all, make your things better. Then there are like thousands and lakhs of company who will pay you directly. And as well as there are so many remote jobs as well as freelancing jobs where you can give your skills to your earning persons. So are you getting my point, guys? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you so much for today, and we will meet tomorrow at same time. If anyone have any problem, they can share me uh, on my WhatsApp number or on a community channel. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. Great learning. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Yeah.